The other point that I should make about the long-standing, for 9 years now, it's been full bloom, the $7 challenge, is that companies, individuals, inventors, all, not just ordinary folks off the street, can also make this kind of money. All they have to do is prove their case. Now, I wear Florsheim shoes. I'm sure you know the brand. It's been for 2 generations now. That's been in the Florsheim family, and they make very good quality shoes. But then they sold the company 4 or 5 years ago to an independent manufacturer who used all the same facilities and the same craftsmen and such, but they decided to fluff it up with it. Because they learned very early on, and this is true, if you add something supernatural to your product, some claim, something special, that may make the product move much faster on the shelf. So they came up with the Magnaforce shoes. Oh, what could that be? Why you should ask, I will tell you. They simply embedded 3 magnets, one at the toe, one at the instep, and one at the heel. 3 neodymium magnets in the sole. And they said this helped. If there are scientists here, and I'm sure there are some people that are versed in science, don't fall off your chair laughing, please. This is what they said. They said that the magnets in the soles of your shoes help the circulation of your blood because you see in hemoglobin, a very complex organic compound, there's iron. And we know that iron is attracted by magnets. Well, certainly not in that form. It's double, of course not. And it's a tiny fraction of the whole hemoglobin molecule, but that's what they said. You see, the blood rushes from your heart down to your feet, and it hits so hard at the bottom, bounces right back. I mean, I'm not a scientist either. I try to be scientific in all ways that I possibly can, but this is total nonsense. Who came up with it? A PhD. A PhD named Gary Null, N-U-L-L, very appropriate name. And where did Gary Null get his PhD degree? He didn't go to college. He got it for $40 from a diploma mill. Yes, for 40, and you can do that. You can get a diploma, very fancy diploma with a ribbon on it, the whole thing, and you put it in a frame. It costs about $40. You can get it by mail order, by email, of course, now. And he got that and posted it on his wall, and everybody started to believe it until they looked at it very, very carefully. It was something like the Imperial College of Knowledge or something like that. I don't know which one, the particular one that he got, but it cost about $40. But the PBS, the Public Broadcasting System of the United States, a very responsible organization that does wonderful, wonderful programming that I'm sure you see up here too. The PBS network, organization, has decided to accept that he's a PhD because they use him in all their fundraising broadcasts. And he and Deepak Chopra, there's the king of the quack. Now, I would just tell you as an aside that with reporters who ask about Deepak Chopra or people like him, I will take them to any bookstore and we go to the shelves where they have the Deepak Chopra books. Usually it's a big bag like this. It's a lot of books. Whether you're writing, I don't know, but he sells one. And I say, just take any one of those books at random, turn to any page at all, and within 3 pages of where you separate the pages, I will find some sort of howler in medicine or in science to prove that this man is a quackaroo. And I've never lost that bet, never, because he believes in vibrations and all kinds of strange things in the body that aren't there. They just aren't there. Maybe in somebody, but not in mine. I can tell you that, and not everybody in this room, I suspect. But this guy, Gary Null, speaks a genuine spokesman for PBS, and I spoke to a manager in Miami, Florida, about this. I was at lunch, and he happened to be at the table, and I went over to him and asked him about the promotions they do, and they use Gary Null in them. And he said, well, Mr. Randi, you have to understand, we need some sort of attraction. We want to get most of the public to donate, to support us, and such. And Gary Null brings in an awful lot of money. That's what we call a media whore. But that's the term. It is used in the business. It's the same way that, well, you've seen Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown, the nails. The Harvey. William Harvey. Yes. Now, there was a program in the United States, it's not on any longer, Montel Williams. A very respectable gentleman, ex-Army officer with a great record and such, very, very well-educated man. But he decided to go to the dark side, so to speak, and every week he would have Sylvia Brown on. And I have a recording, an audio recording from a small FM station where they were interviewing Montel Williams. And they asked him in so many words, Montel, do you believe in psychics? And he said, oh, no, of course not, particularly not Sylvia Brown. Wait a minute, you use her on your program every week. He said, oh yes, because she brings me sponsors. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a media whore. He only cares about the money that it brings in from the sponsors. He doesn't care whether it hurts anybody or not. But he used to be, I don't know if you heard any more during that program, he used to do that with Sylvia Brown all the time. And Sylvia Brown has caused an awful lot of agony and anguish with grieving people over the years.